Hello, I'm Brian Fox. Welcome to my channel, I Hate Rock Music. And today I'm going to do another in my series of lost albums that I still dream of. In this case, once again, it's not an album that was recorded that was lost, it was a lost opportunity. And in this case, it's the Stooges, Iggy and the Stooges in 1971. And the Funhouse album came out in 1970, and then we had to wait all the way till 1973 to get Raw Power. So there's a couple of missing years there. 1971 and 72. A lot of sessions came out from 1972. I Got It Right was recorded in 1972, and early versions of some of their known songs and Sick of You and things like that came out from the 72 era, but we don't really have anything from the 1971 era, and it's really a shame because briefly we had an incredible lineup of the Stooges. One of the few times they had two guitarists in the band. In this case, Ron Asheton and James Williamson together. What an incredible thing to imagine. So the band in 1971 was Iggy Pop on vocals, Ron Asheton on guitar, James Williamson on guitar, Zeke Zettner on bass, and Scott Asheton on drums. Truly incredible lineup. Fortunately now we have a couple live shows. There's a show from the Electric Circus that has both guitar players on it, so we get an idea of what an incredible band that was. And it's too bad they didn't record because, wow, Scott Asheton, Ron Asheton and James Williamson playing together, what a dream come true, and what a powerful band. And we even know a lineup of songs they were doing at the time because there's a lot of poorly recorded material from 1971 out there, although there's rumors that there's some shows from 1971 that are a lot better recorded that haven't been released yet. But one song was Big Time Bum, and Iggy had talked about the fact that that was going to be the next single by the Stooges after Raw Power, but they never got a chance. So that song was still bumping around in the Raw Power era, but they did Big Time Love, You Don't Want My Love, Fresh Rag, which I talked about before that Iggy was talking about they were going to record after Raw Power. So Big Time Bum, You Don't Want My Love, Fresh Rag, Who Do You Love, Do You Want My Love? They were doing Feel All Right, and of course at that time they were still doing I Got It Right, or they were already doing I Got It Right, and the versions even on the bootlegs are amazing. An extended version with two guitars, and then two more songs, You're Looking Fine and I Need You. And so I guess I don't have much else to say other than it really is sad that the band was so mired in problems and drug abuse at the time, and that a two guitar lineup with Ashton and our boy Williamson, both on it. And apparently Zeke Zettner was a much better bass player than Dave Alexander as well. And it's really sad. I mean, there's a whole over 2 year period where if they'd gotten their shit together, we'd have another Stooges album in between Raw Power and Funhouse. What a dream that is. It's too bad they got dumped by Elektra. It's too bad their records sold so well, so few that they got dumped by Elektra. That's a gross oversight looking back at Elektra, and also kind of hilarious that those two albums are total rock icons now and have been in print for years and sell millions of copies, and yet they were dumped from Elektra because those records didn't sell. And so had they had a little more foresight, they would have kept the Stooges on the roster. And we'd have a 1971 studio album with Ron Asheton and James Williamson both on it, with a whole bunch of songs that never got recorded before. And as I mentioned, we can listen to the bootlegs and the show at Electric Circus and tell that it would have been one for the ages. So, I'm Brian Fox, and I still dream of these great lost rock albums. And I'll go to my grave regretting the fact that this 1971 album never happened. And we even know what songs are on it. We know it was a killer band. We know that they were at the top of their game, and all reports are that they were utterly incendiary. and so it's not to be. Um, Maybe at some point, like I say, there's talk that there's some actual really excellent sounding recordings from the 1971 band, and then we'll be able to hear clearly the two guitar lineup. And don't want to rule that out. It could still happen. As we've seen time and time again, there's a lot of people out there sitting on tapes they don't even know. They talk about them being lost, but there's people out there like Danny Fields, um, who's turned up rarities 40 years later he didn't even know he had. And we definitely have people that have actually heard these 71 live recordings and talk about how amazing they are, and yet they're still not out, which is inexplicable. So I may not have to dream too much. I'd settle for a really good live recording of the two guitar lineup, and that would keep me somewhat happy. So anyway, the Stooges, 1971, a lost opportunity, a lost album, and I still cry because I'm Brian Fox and I hate rock music.